Hello. I'm guessing most people are going to watch this back because it's not going to be a long live or anything like that. But I figured I would do a live one just in case. It's kind of easier than uploading a one pre-recorded and stuff. But yeah, so give it a minute. Let people come in. Hello. Just figured I'd give a little bit of a life update here. Because things have gone on. Nothing massive, but things. Sadly, today I am not really up to doing a ton. I'm in a bit of a gastroparesis flare. So, after a really good week eating, I am down to barely eating again. So, but anyway, probably not many people will be in just because it's a Friday. My Friday streams are usually pretty quiet. So, I'm going to just go ahead and talk and give you guys an update. So, yeah. It's been a really long time since I've streamed. Obviously, I have dyed my hair. It was purple and teal, but the purple did not stick. So it is now blonde and teal and fading quickly. You can see a little bit of the purple in there, here and there, but not much. I even re-dyed it all green, and the green came right out. So, yay me! um, it's probably going to go back to green or back to brown once this green fades a little bit more. It's just a lot of work keeping up color, especially in hair that doesn't hold color. It especially does not hold blues. So yeah. But we did this like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I cut my hair all the way. This was down to the skin, dyed it, and this is what it looks like in 3 weeks. So my hair just doesn't hold dye. Anyway, so I have. Let's see. How long has it been since I streamed? It's been a while. It's been at least, I would say, a month. The biggest news that I have is I am in a new relationship. Our 1 month anniversary is tomorrow. Um, they are my big as well as my partner, or whatever the heck we like to call each other. We don't fully know. I am boyfriend, however. They are go back and forth between things. So, but we've been dating for a month, and we're so happy. It is currently long distance for the next year. We've been friends for almost a year. October, we will have met a year ago. And just with things that have gone on with the the big that I had previously and stuff, we've become really close, and they've helped me through, the grief, the sadness, all that. And we just really have bonded over the last few months. And we have been dating for a month now. And we are so stinking happy. But they currently live in Sweden and Malta. They are a U.S. citizen. They lived here till they were 16, so they went over there for work, and next year they're moving back, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Long distance is hard, but they have been in the States for the last 2 weeks ish, and we've only had an hour time difference, which has actually been vacation's been harder than the 7 hour time difference between us. So I'm looking forward to getting back on our normal schedule when we can video chat and things like that and whatnot. And yes, I have been a little bit in honeymoon phase and talking to them like crazy. Um, just because it's new, we want to hang out as much as we can. Um, but we are so happy. They're the sweetest human being. I don't know if they watch it or not, but if you watch it, hi, hun. Um, But yeah, I'm like super happy with it. So yeah. Um, I mean, you guys know the situation with Andrew and Hannah. We've Andrew and I are kind of officially not a couple anymore. So yeah, but we're all still living together for the next year, and then I will probably be moving out. We may stay here for a couple of months, not even that long, because we've got the lease is up next year. We're re-signing our lease this month, and next year it's up in September again. So, but we're really, really, really happy. They're just an amazing support. Their heart is just wonderful, and we just we just mesh so well. Uh, but yeah, that's one thing. What else? So the last month has been a bit of a struggle health wise. I had a really good week last week where I could eat decently, but this week started and flare hit. So I have, especially the last 3 days, have been really hard to get food in and keep it down. So I'm really thankful right now for my IV because that's what's keeping me hydrated at the moment. And it's not even, it's barely it's barely keeping me afloat. But yeah, I injured my shoulder about a month or so ago, a little over a month ago. It was really loosey goosey. It popped out of the, well, it didn't pop out of the socket or anything, but it caused me to have frozen shoulder. And so it hurts like heck. That's the pain is starting to subside. Um, but I will hit a phase where it goes into really stiff. And we thought at first I had torn something because I literally couldn't move my shoulder. And we thought at first it was torn, but it is not torn. Um, but it made working really hard this last month, and I got behind on some orders and things. I've caught up and stuff now, but it was a couple weeks of like solid, I can barely use my arm. Um, but thankfully, it's just frozen shoulder. But basically, there's a layer in your shoulder between the socket and the ball joint of the shoulder, and it's like bursa. It's called the bursa, so it's like something or another bursitis, or the other term is frozen shoulder. So you kind of go through pain phase, and then you go through a stiffness phase, and then you go through the thawing phase. The entire process can take up to a year of healing. So we're only a month and a half into this, and I've been really working on my range of motion as best I can to keep it from locking up completely. Andrew's dad had frozen shoulder, and he literally has almost no range of motion, and I do not want that. It is really important to avoid that. But I make sure I'm moving it. It is obviously my right shoulder. I mean, I can move it. I definitely needs assistance, but keeping it limber is what I'm doing. So, but I am working. I've gotten a lot of orders in and gotten them out. Hoping here in the next week or two to have a new addition to the shop. I'm looking to make custom matching binky clips for all the binkies so that people can order those together, um, and things like that. So it will be really, really nice if I can add some products. I would love to get down the line and be able to sew different things and whatnot, but we shall see where I go in the next year with my shoulder and stuff. But for now, I want to get like some binky clips and things up soon, so like matching ones. And here comes the dog, um, or at least he's moving around. What else? What else? Hi, Mustard. Hi. I just have this. This is all. He's like, what do you have? Um, what else? Just in general, health wise, I have not been passing out a ton. I do still really struggle on the days that I don't have fluids, but I'm only passing out like a couple times a week now. It's not as bad. Um, I did pass out 7 times at Walmart last week or something like that. It was a little rough day, and they didn't have any scooters, so I had to walk through the store to get the few items we needed, and I ended up sitting down on the floor and passing the heck out. So yeah, that's been fun. But I'm really struggling on the weekends with the being woozy and passing out and stuff. So um, hopefully, I forget if it's in October or November. I know I have an appointment in October and one in November. I just don't know which is which. One is for the nutritionist, one is for um, cardio. And hopefully, when we see cardio, we can up my fluids to daily. Um, we shall see. Because I'm definitely struggling to get fluids in with the gastroparesis. Um, I met with my nutritionist about a month ago, and she really wanted me to work on oral intake, of course, but that's not gone real well. Like I said, I had a week where I was good, but I'm not getting anywhere near the calories that I should be getting. So we tried a medication. I'm actually just stopping it this week. I tried it, and I've been on this medication before, and it causes some rough side effects, primarily being dry mouth and really nasty dreams, like gory, yucky, people are killing me dreams. And I just am not one that can push through that and push through the dry mouth. It literally dries so bad that it hurts. So I don't think I can continue that medication just based on the side effects. It's really, really affecting me. Um, so I have to talk to my GI about that because I can't go. And the problem we run into is there's only so many meds that are approved in the US to treat gastroparesis. And one of them I'm allergic to. This one was kind of one of the only other meds that we can try. And I'm struggling with it. Like, it's just not working well. Um, so I actually need to message my GI about that one because I need to know where we're going. Um, Personally, I think we're headed toward a feeding tube because hey, Dynasty, um, because I am struggling so hardcore with getting oral intake in. And what I do get in, I throw up a lot. So, I do keep trying. Like today, I literally had no appetite. Andrew took me to Dunkin' for some coffee. And I couldn't even, like, I'm still finishing the coffee. And this is 5 hours later. Um, and, like, that's not normal for me. I can drink coffee like mad. But I am barely getting that in. It's been slow sips all day. And I ate a donut because I'm like, well, that's a pretty easy thing for the body to digest. And I was so nauseous. I literally had to like lay down and go to sleep type of deal because I was so nauseous and in pain. Um, Health been a bit of a no, yeah. It has been a while. I'll explain it again. I was not sure how long I was going to be on, but you guys are going to come in. We'll talk for a little bit. But aspects of my health are doing better. Aspects of them are, they kind of ebb and flow. Like gastroparesis, you go through flares. I had a really good, not a really good, I had a decent week of eating last week, where I was like eating yogurt, eating some food, didn't throw up much. But this week, everything I put in my body, I just want to throw up, um, which makes getting hydration really hard and getting calories really hard. I'm supposed to be drinking these. If you've ever heard of it, it's called Soylent. It's a meal, it's a nutrition drink, and it's like a 400 calorie drink, mind you. And I'm supposed to be getting 4 of those in a day. Now, first off, I can't afford out of pocket 4 of those a day. They're $2 a piece, and it's just like I can't afford that, you know. But we're trying to get some other ones, a different brand, covered from insurance. Um, and if that happens, that would be great. But she still wants me Soylent Greens, people. Everybody says that as soon as I say Soylent. Um, the one I like is actually a green bottle because it's mint flavored. It's like chocolate mint, and it's so yummy. But it's a really big struggle to get those in daily, several times a day. Like I can get one down or two down, but I really struggle outside of that to get anything down. So where I meet with my nutritionist either next month or November, I'm not sure which one. Um, we just trialed a medication. Well, I was supposed to be on it longer. I can't take it. I can't keep taking it. It gives me like the worst dry mouth, and it gives me really horrid, gory, vivid dreams, and I just, mm-mm. I'm waking up every night just from horrible dreams. Hey, Bo. um, but I am not taking that one as of yesterday night. I stopped taking it because I was just like, or not, yeah, yesterday, not last night, but the night before. So we'll see if that affects anything. Um, Now, if it's directly linked to my flare, that would be interesting. I don't think it is because the flare started a little bit before I stopped the meds. Um, but there's only so many meds. Nice. There's only so many meds that I can take that are approved in the US for gastroparesis. Now, if I lived out somewhere else, we had some more options, but we had kind of two main options, and the first one I am allergic to. I cannot take it. So we're definitely, I think, hitting feeding tube territory probably early next year, if not sooner. Um, so I've got to message my GI and talk to him about that because I'm struggling big time with that. But I don't remember if last time I streamed I had hurt my shoulder, but I hurt my shoulder, my right shoulder. That is doing okay. It's been pretty much constant pain for a month and a half. That is starting to subside. Um, it goes through phases where I'm gonna have it's the pain phase, the where it stiffens up, you lose mobility, and then the thawing phase. I have frozen shoulder, so it's gonna go through phases. I think we're coming out of pain phase, but usually this injury takes about a year to heal, or 6 to 8 months to a year. So yeah. Um, as far as passing out goes, I'm doing better, much better with passing out. I'm only passing out a few times a week instead of multiple times a day. And usually it's on a day where I'm not running an IV, which I'm running today. Um, so yeah, I'm currently waiting. My my um, my shipment hasn't arrived yet today, so it might not get here till Monday, which will kind of suck because I have to wait till it arrives to infuse Monday. But maybe they'll still show up today. I have no idea. Normally they call me and drop it off, so I don't know what the heck has gone on today. Yes, I have been running IVs for a few months now. Um, at least almost I want to say I've been running them since like February. It's been a while now. I've only been running them at home for a few months. Um, and it opened up so much possibility. Like it just we're not running out to Kansas City every other day. We're so we're not spending as much gas money. It's just taking up less time and stuff like that. So I have these elastomeric balls. They are pressurized, so they infuse at 250 mils an hour. It actually usually takes a little bit longer than that. I would guess we go at about 50, or probably around 200 an hour. because it usually takes about 3 hours, especially the second one. The second one always takes a little bit longer. Um, but I just hooked up my last one about an hour ago. No, I do not have a PICC line or an IV. I have a port in my chest. So, yeah. I had the option to do a Hickman. PICC lines are a temporary line, just like an IV. PICC lines are temporary. They last about 6 months. Hickmans last a little bit longer. They can go, I think, a year or two. And ports can be in there indefinitely as long as it's working. I am on my third port. The first one I only had it for like a month. It got an infection above it. It was over here. So that one got infected above it. The port was fine, but I had an infection above it, and we had to pull that one out. We put one in on this side, and I had that one for close to a year. Almost. I want to say it was maybe a little more than a year. Yeah, it was a little more than a year, because it got placed in May of last year. And then a couple of months ago, I had an infection scare. My port was hurting a lot. We went in, they took cultures. One came back positive, so they decided to admit me and run IV antibiotics and rerun the cultures. It turned out that it was just a contamination, but because I was having so much pain from my port where it was, and it was an awful port. It was so problematic. They decided to still switch the port. Um, so they put it over here. They did it while I was awake. They did some meds. They needed to do more, but they did meds and they put in a new one. This one is literally like the other one was like more down closer to my breast, and it was really wiggly, movable. It basically you had to like hold it down, flip it almost. It was problematic. This one is right across, right near the sternum, so it rests on the rib cage, and it doesn't move at all. This thing has been an absolute dream compared to the other one. We are figuring out needle sizes again right now because I think I went down a size in needles because we've been having a little bit of trouble with blood return. So we're going to try a smaller, shorter needle. This one I had to use a 1 inch. I've been using a 3/4 inch, and now we're going to try a 1/2 inch needle. So that's going to be next week. We're going to try the 1/2 inch needle, hopefully. But this port has been an absolute dream. Um, and so yeah, it's been helping out. It's been such a godsend to have this port. Like, it's amazing. I'm so thankful that my doctors were so willing to place it and things like that. But so we're running fluids 3 times a week right now. A liter every. We run Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We run a liter of fluids each day. Hopefully in November or October. I think it's October. I think in October we see my cardio, and I'm hoping we can up that to every day, just because I'm really struggling with my oral intake. Hang on. But all in all, I have not been doing bad. Um, so yeah, the other big thing that some of you do not know, this is gonna. If you're watching this back, it's gonna be you hear this for the second time. I have started a new relationship about a month ago. Our 1 year anniversary is literally tomorrow. Um, no, not 1 year, 1 month. Did I say year? I don't know. 1 month anniversary is tomorrow. It's currently long distance for the next year, which is gonna suck, but it'll be worth it. They are a U.S. citizen, however, they are currently living and working in Malta, and then during the summer they go to Sweden. So they are actually currently in the U.S., and I don't get to go visit them, right, which sucks. It just didn't work out right now. So yeah, but next year they're moving here, and we're gonna move in together. We've known each other for about a year, so this is not just I met somebody and we're, no. I've known them for a year. Almost a year in October. But oh, you fell in love too? That's amazing. Um, what else? What else? So we had planned on, aw, long distance is hard, especially overseas long distance. Like, it drives me nuts sometimes, but it is 100% worth it. My partner is amazing. Um, we're very, very happy, very in love, and can't wait to be able to share life together. Um, Andrew and I are officially broken up. Um, we still are roommates, live together, best friends, all that shit, but we're not an official couple anymore. So, um, which everybody's good with. We've just come to the conclusion that the three of us that live here, we're just not a healthy combination for each other, just with the different things that have gone on. I've done a lot of growing over the last few months as a human being, and I've just come to the conclusion that this household combination is just not the healthiest for me. It's not the healthiest for Andrew, and it's not the healthiest for Hannah. So I am going to move out next year. Um, and yeah, so it's going to be a long year. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a long fucking year. So hard. Um, but yeah, that's been a really happy thing. There's been a lot of sad. There's been a lot of happy. But you got those of you who know, I with my previous bake, um, we ended things as little and big. We weren't a couple, but we ended things as little and big, and currently struggling with that because they they don't agree with my relationship that I'm in right now, and so they currently aren't speaking to me, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, oh, cool. But I fully believe that life has got you on a path, and she taught me so much while she was my big and my friend, and she played a huge part in me discovering what I needed in a household and a relationship and what I can't handle. So, I've come a long way because of the friendship with her. So, hopefully, I don't know if in the long run we'll be friends again or not. It's really up to her. She does not agree with my relationship because there is a big age gap. Um, but to me, an age gap does not matter. I'm used to relationships. I've been surrounded by relationships where there's been a big age gap. So for me, it's not really a thing. But we're very happy. We're very, very happy. We literally were up. They were traveling. They were traveling by bus from Idaho to Utah last night. I ended up staying up most of the night talking because we just haven't had a chance to talk in the last couple of weeks while they've been on vacation. And I literally was up all freaking night just talking. I think we talked till 3 or 4. No, 4 in the morning. I fell asleep around 5. So yeah, it's been such an amazing relationship so far, and just nothing but love and support from them. And things that have been issues in past relationships don't even phase them. And we are just like, every day we're just like, how is it that it took us a year to do this, or we've just been so happy with it, and we cannot wait for our lives together. So yeah. But yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. Not a ton. I have been working, and I didn't stream while I was working because I focused. Kai not tiny, Kai big boy. I've been focusing on like working, and I was listening to an audio book, which I'm kind of almost done with, I think, or not. I don't know. I it's a long book. It's part of a 12-book series, so it's been a long process getting this series on audiobook and stuff. But but yeah, so that's kind of what I've been up to. We've been doing a lot of dog park stuff with the dog. I need to not say that word right now because it's almost that time of day where he starts bugging us for the PARK. Um, he's very insistent. But we've been having a lot of fun going out there every day and hanging with people and stuff. So, yeah, getting out of the house a bit, you know. So, yeah. What else? Some of you don't know, but we met a girl at the dog park and became best buds. They hang out at our house all the time. Their dog loves our dog. It's just been really nice to have a local friend as well. Like, I don't have local friends except for her. I am not yours, Yuki. But yeah. So, I have been exhausted today because I stayed up so late. I've like been a blob. I slept till about I slept from like 5 till 7 when Chloe called me, and then they went and they arrived at their destination, so they called me, and then I fell back asleep after that, and then I woke up at noon. And I've just been so tired. I don't pull all-nighters very often because it's not really good for the sleep schedule, but it's kind of why I'm allowing a little bit of coffee today, because it'll get me through so that I don't sleep all afternoon and evening. I need to be awake until bed now. But yeah, it's kind of what's been up. You're not going to steal Chloe. That's mine. But yeah, so I went to town yesterday and cleaned my room like mad. I reorganized everything, moved shit around, took down my craft table, which I wasn't really using except for to collect junk and stuff. So yeah, so that's what I've been up to. Hopefully, I'll get back into streaming a little bit more here. I just have been focusing on other stuff and just not really been in the mood to do a lot of live streaming because like I get hyper focused with when I'm working and I turn on my book and I just hyper focus. So that's kind of what's been up. Eat. I just have to keep myself awake for the next few hours, which is not that easy to do right now because I don't feel good and I just want to sleep. But like, oh, I just popped my shoulder. So yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to update everybody on. Same, Yuki, same. I ate a donut and I about hurled that, which is not something I've ever done before. Oh well. It is what it is. Flares happen. I do have, I believe, a refill of my anti-nausea med, but it's like a kind of a catch-22 because if I take it, I end up with a really bad headache. So I can either puke or have a bad headache, and most of the time I would rather puke. Because with headaches, I have to be very specific with what meds I can take. I can't take ibuprofen because it causes me to react. So that one's out the window. So I'm literally down to Excedrin is like the only thing I can take. Partially because it has a mast cell stabilizer in it. Aspirin is a mast cell stabilizer, so it kind of keeps the reactions at bay. That it kind of kind of balances out the Tylenol in it because Tylenol also likes to cause reactions. So the aspirin being in the Excedrin helps kind of curve that. You're becoming me, Yuki. Sorry. I would not wish my issues on anybody. But there was something I just remembered that I was going to update on, and I can't remember what that was now. All right, see you later. Have an awesome afternoon. Yuki, I'm going to smack you. I'm just going to haul off and smack you. What was that? There was something I was going to tell you guys, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, I know one thing is we're postponing surgery for now. I was gonna have reduction. We have to postpone that because I am malnourished, so I can't really go into surgery and have really a good outcome, I guess you could say. I mean, where put it? I'm always losing everything in my bed. I swear. It's okay. What the fuck is this doing? Oh, come on. You can have it. Ah, my shoulder. Oh, I thought I felt it. That's weird. Why are you running, boys? That's an IV. That's a pacifier. Well, guys, look at that pacifier. So my new nickname for my daddy mommy is Little Coffee Bean. I made myself a binky. No, this one will not be for sale with this particular version of it because this is mine. But yeah. Okay, I gotta find that. Where am I sitting? Yep. Oh. Hey, Leo. Hey, kitty, kitty, kitty. Come here. Leo turned into a snuggle bug in the last few months, you guys. Like, seriously. His snuggle factor just went. I seriously cannot remember what I was going to say. And that's driving me crazy. I don't know. One thing that sucks about mast cell activation syndrome is you develop new reactions to different things. And in the last week, I've started reacting to the sun. So if I'm in the sun and it's touching my skin, it itches. And I mean by direct sun. Like if I'm taking a walk and there's no shade or something like that, I'm gonna start itching like crazy. And I was outside a lot yesterday and in the sun and different things. And last night, I woke up at not long after I had talked to Chloe. I think it was the sun thing, in all honesty. But I woke up and I had hives across each toe and on the top of my foot. And that was driving me nuts. It woke me up. It itched so bad. And I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. And that's from sun exposure and stuff, most likely. So yeah. Not happy about that one. I'm gonna have to start wearing freaking long sleeves and pants all the time. Which sucks because I only have 2 long sleeve shirts in my possession. But yeah. So, no, but I think it was the sun thing is probably what I was thinking about. Simon, are you? My poor cat is having a struggle because I rearranged the bedroom. So I switched. I had 2 tables in here. One was a nightstand table. One was a shelf thing. And the printer was on the shelf thing, and the table was just sitting by the window. But I switched it around, and now the shelf is for my Cricut supplies, and my Cricut is on there, and the printer is now on the table. It's in the same spot it was, but it's taller by a few inches, and it's throwing Simon off enough to the point that the dude just completely tumbled while he was trying to step onto the printer last night. Just went full on head over heels tumble. The poor guy was just, he got up and he's shaking his head. He's like, whoa. It was really funny. I was just cracking up. But Simon is doing so good, you guys. He's actually like starting to come ask to be held, or he'll climb in my lap and just sit and let me pet him, and he doesn't try to get away. He like asks to be picked up now. And it's so cute because he'll just sit here and purr. And he started laying on my chest if I'm laying down and facing me. Like that's a big thing. He would lay on me, like mostly on my thigh. Like if I'm laying with my legs out, he would lay on my like by my knee. But he would always face away from me. But he's starting to turn around and actually face me now. It's only been 2.5 years that we've had him, and he's still adjusting to things, but he's starting to really kind of come around a bit more and getting much more trusting of me and letting me pick him up a lot more without being terrified. So yeah, that's good news. Leo has turned into an absolute snuggle bug. Every single morning, he comes in bed as soon as he hears me awake. He comes and sits next to me in bed, and he like kneads on me, and then he like lays down and snuggles for a bit and just purrs his full head off. And it's so cute. I have a burp. Excuse me. Yeah. No, this has taken me, I got this at noonish. Like, it's taken me 5.5 hours. I think it was around 1 actually, but it's taken me 5.5 hours to drink this, and it normally takes me about 10 minutes, I mean. But yeah. So. Yeah, but that's kind of what's up. I don't think there's that much more to update. Half of you here already know what's going on. But yeah, just been hanging out, trying to get through each day with whatever health thing decided to be an issue. My hips are cranky lately. My knee popped out last night. That was nice. Well, not all the way out. It slipped. It didn't go full to the side, but it definitely slipped and then came back. So, all the fun stuff of having multiple chronic illnesses. However, good news is I have stayed, knock on wood, out of the ER for I want to say 2 months. Like the last time I was in the ER was for when they had to switch my port. Or no, there was one after that, I think. I think I had a reaction after that. But it's been a while. It's been 2 months since I've had to go to the ER, which is amazing. We know a lot of my triggers, scents, foods, things like that. I'm still reacting nearly every day, but we're able to keep it at bay with liquid Benadryl and the Singular and stuff. We've just gotten into a routine that, we're doing so much better with that. We're more stable. Now, that does not mean that it will stay that way for any period of time, but I am thankful for the time that I have had where I haven't had to go to the ER all the time. Because they give me so much hell about it. They really do. It's oh, we don't want to give you the IV shake because it's just as good as the oral is just as good. And I'm like, the oral is good for somebody who does not have gastroparesis. When you have gastroparesis, oral is sucky. But I do absorb enough of it that most of the time it keeps me out of the ER. I've had a few close calls, but not had to actually go in. So I am really, really thankful for that. Getting the rest of the health conditions stabilized often helps stabilize others. But somebody just cooked food. Huh. Oh. I need my door closed, but I can't get up and get it because if I get up, I'm going to throw up. This is what it's like being in a flare. I also had like super bad, like my stomach was spasming last night. That's a new thing. I've never really had it sit there and spasm like crazy. It was just like, oh, Simon. Okay, you're not. I thought your eye looked swelled. I think she went upstairs with her food. If she heard me, that was awesome. But yeah, yeah, it was nice to have a. It was nice to have a really decent week, and now I'm headed downward, which usually will happen. Um, I need to take some Dramamine, but that's going to make me sleepy. But yeah, I think that's kind of what's up. Um, yeah, not much else to update at the moment. So I'm just kind of chilling and doing my thing. I got a new vape today. Yep. I quit vaping because of I was going to have surgery, and just with things that have gone on the last few weeks, it's just the anxiety has been an issue, and the menthol that is in the fluids and stuff is actually helping my stomach stay calmer. Um, so yeah, make sure this is not too empty. We're getting not too bad though. This one's really cool. It pops out. It's magnetic, so like the little coils are magnetic, and it's so pretty. Look at those colors. You can't even see the color half on there, but it's so pretty. But it's a lot cheaper than using disposables. So yeah. This one is Nick Salt as opposed to like the normal fluid. Nick Salt is a little more like it goes further and it's a little bit better. It lasts. You don't you don't use as much fluid. So it's a higher nicotine. You don't need as much of it, or it's a higher concentration. So yeah. But I'll show you guys real quick. It's a little bit messy because I've been doing. But look at my room now, you guys. Look how nice that looks. That was where the table was. I couldn't access my closet at all, so like I've literally had my laundry in baskets, and I'm just using it and then washing it and using it and then washing it and leaving it in baskets. Now I can actually, when I feel up to it, bring my laundry in here and just hang it up. So that makes that's going to be a lot easier. And I want to get a toy net up. Maybe not. I don't know if I'll do that before I move or not, but I'd like to get a toy net up so I can get my plushies out of the sewing room and into here. I have to clean up the sewing room. It's literally piled full of boxes and diapers and crap and whatnot. But yeah. So, I'm glad if Hannah took her food upstairs, I'm really glad she did that because I can't handle the smell. It was some sort of ramen thing, and it was just like, ugh. Even like, but yeah, so it's been. Let's see. I have a couple diaper reviews that are gonna come up soon, guys. I for the first time ever in my life, I got to pre-order a diaper because normally they do not come out with the XL right at the same time. But this time Rears came out with Critter Caboose with an XL, and I got to freaking pre-order diapers, and that was awesome. And they are, I can't wait to do the review because I am in love with them. Um, and I'm gonna re-review the Rebels and possibly just kind of do an updated. This is the diapers I'm currently using type of deal, stuff like that. Oh, Kai needs no. So I got up this morning and there was a pacifier on the floor. Thankfully, it's not one of the current ones I'm using. It's one I made a while ago. There's a pacifier on the floor in the living room. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sakes. I expected it to be eaten. But Mustard took the nipple out of the pacifier and did not, like, the button came off and everything, did not have a single bite mark on it. Not one. This dog literally took this binky apart and did not put a scratch on it. I'm like, damn, dude, you got some skill. He probably just like put his paws down and it pulled and it popped apart and stuff. But I was kind of laughing. Like, that's impressive. So, but possibly in the next few days, I'm going to be buying a little printer that can print on ribbon, and I will be able to do completely custom pacifier clips. And I'm excited about that. Because I like the bead ones, but I also really like the ribbon ones. So that might be coming soon. I'm super excited to see if I can do that. That'll be awesome. Just need to get a couple more orders and I can do it. Because I'm gonna use a firm, which is like kind of a credit thing type of deal. Not really, but kind of. So it'd be like one payment of like $50, and then it'd be like a few payments of 20 or 18 or whatever it is. So I'm kind of super excited about that because I really want to broaden what I offer in the shop, other than just pacifiers. And I know that I'm not up to doing sewing orders. Like, I could sew t-shirts and sell them, and I would love to sell t-shirts. Those have not done incredibly well. I have one that I do want to post for sale. But yeah, I think the reason that they didn't sell was because I'm an ABDL shop and they were not really ABDL themed. So it was kind of not geared in the right way. But I think if I gear them more toward the ABDL side of things, I will probably be able to sell some shirts. So I know I have to do some sewing for myself because I am in desperate need of clothing, especially now that I'm reacting to the sun. I have to start wearing long sleeves more, and I don't have long sleeves. I have like 2 shirts that are long sleeve, and that is it. So, time to get some long sleeve stuff. Lumas, I might get back to crocheting before too long, but right now I don't even want to because I have to go in the sewing room and figure out my yarn, and it's such a mess in there right now that I can't wrap my brain around it. It's a mess. It's a big ass mess. And I think, I'm not sure, but I may or may not continue working with resin. I mean, other than the binkies, because I use resin with the binkies, but I don't know that I'm going to try to do much other resin unless I get into like the making bottles and things like that. Then I may do it, but for other stuff, I don't think I'm going to. And I might get rid of some of my stuff just because it does. I don't know if it's the resin that I react to or not, but it definitely doesn't help at all. Because last time I did resin, I ended up reacting, but I also used a baby wipe like on my face and on my skin that I had never really had before, and I reacted to those like hardcore. So I don't know if resin causes a reaction or if it's the wipes that I was using. Like, I don't know. But last time I worked with resin, I reacted like horribly. So yeah. But that's kind of what life's been. My IV is almost done. We have like not even 30 minutes left. I am now wrapped around my computer. I like to just, at the end, I kind of just squeeze it and it goes a little faster. This has been running for like 3 hours now. So I'm about ready to be done with it. I've been running fluids for about 5 hours, 5.5 hours at this point. So it's only supposed to take 4. But it takes me about 6. And that might be also a needle issue, because if I need a half-inch needle, this is hitting the back of the port and it's going to slow down the flow. So we tried a half-inch needle this week, but I kind of flipped out. I got really paranoid, really worried. I had soreness, and I'm like, I'm worried that it's just like slowly leaking fluid. So I took it out because I freaked out. But we're going to try it again. They're going to send me some half-inch needles whenever my box gets here. Normally it would be here already, but I don't know why it's not. It could be because my normal guy from the infusion pharmacy didn't call me. It was somebody else this week. So I don't know. It seems like whenever somebody else does my order, that it doesn't come on time. So looks like I might be running fluids late on Monday. Who knows? It might get here Monday morning. I don't know. But Yuki, look at the pretty. It's so pretty. So yeah. That's what's up, guys. I'm just now squeezing my fluids to make them go fast. Also waiting for messages. So, but I think I'm going to go ahead and go, guys. We got an hour in. That's much longer than I thought I would be on here. I figured I was going to kind of record it and let it post, and you guys would watch it later. So, yeah. But we're going to probably go to the DOGPARK in about an hour. I'm going to try to shower. Although if we're going to go, I'm going to wait to shower. I'm trying to time my shower between when fluids and the dog park and when I need to change my diaper. That's fun. So, but I'm half tempted to just stop running this because it's like there's maybe like 10 milliliters left in here. There's not much left. And I am solely tempted to just unplug it, run an extra flush, and call it good. But I'm going to squeeze it in. And let it, and there might be 20 in here. But squeezing it makes it go a little bit faster. I will say that has been a difference running, because when you go to the infusion center, they run it at basically a liter an hour, and your body can't properly absorb that fast. Usually you want to stay under 500 an hour. So running it at 250 makes it much easier for my body to absorb. In fact, we have found out that on the days that I push my fluids like super hardcore and get like 4 water bottles in, we're finding that I actually end up swelling, like getting like swelling in my feet and my legs because my body is not properly absorbing the water. So running it IV is much better for me, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, with gastroparesis, I either can focus on eating or focus on water, and water goes through the system. Like my stomach is paralyzed, so it, usually you digest 90% of your food in 4 hours. Mine is a little bit slower than that, and it's gotten slower. I can tell that because I can eat something and 6-7 hours later, I'm still full. So shit just doesn't move through, whereas liquids can move through a lot faster. Because they don't really require the stomach to do anything. So, running it IV, I get much more benefit because my body can absorb it because it doesn't have to go through my digestive tract. So, it just makes it better. Hey, POTS, most people with POTS end up on fluids. It's just a fact my back is sore. Stretch the shoulder a bit. I'm still having stomach spasms on and off, and they hurt like hell. So, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go. So, I will hopefully see you all this week. I'm not gonna guarantee I'm gonna stream. I don't know what it's gonna look like for if with a flare going on and stuff. I get really cranky with a flare. So, yeah, I have some orders. They're not due to go out for another couple of weeks, so I don't have to rush them. But I do want to get them done, so I have them ready to go. My hair is like officially ponytail length, guys. Like I can actually throw it in a decent like in a ponytail now. I'm so excited for that. I love ponytail length. I, however, need to cut off like another like section because this section never stays down. It like flops itself over and it's annoying. And then my cowlick, I need to cut up like another like half inch to an inch up forward because I have a really bad cowlick and it just falls in the back and that looks stupid. So, yeah. But anyway, I will hopefully see you guys this week or next week. I'm not sure which, but y'all have an awesome evening. It's evening. So I'll see you later, guys. Bye bye.